Well, I'm not sure what's better, being an Inter Milan fan or more so being a football fan in this sense, because as an Inter Milan fan, I've been spoiled on and off the pitch. Whether it's the kits to buy this season or just supporting the team. I know the European sort of adventure for us this year was pretty shitty, but we did really well in the Serie A and we won it. And the rebrand, I know a lot of people have been a bit confused by it, and even the episode that I did with Between Two Shirts with Paul, I wasn't a fan of it at the start, but now looking into it, I think I'm a lot more sort of comfortable with it, because I actually don't mind the whole rebranding of I Am working with Inter Milan, because when you look at both Milan teams, there's sort of like an identity crisis between them, and with the whole change of the stadiums and just the city itself, I think it's good to see one of the clubs pushing their boundaries and, you know, seeking the future. And being, again, a kit collector, I've been spoiled with choices for the teams that I support, but I think this year alone, as an Inter Milan fan, or even as a football fan, as I said earlier, Inter has had some of the best kits, and I have to say a massive thank you, Nike, for producing some of the best kits. So I have to say, like, again, it is not only the away shirt that questioned a lot of people, and I saw this on sale straight away, but I bought it immediately day one, and I kind of regret that because of the price wise, but this is definitely going to be one of those kits that everyone looks back at and thinks, you know what, that actually did do well for the club. Now, this one's being worn in the next couple of days after I record this, so this may be out in a time that this has been worn. I wasn't sure about it. I don't mind it. I do see where they got all the elements and inspiration. It basically plays a true testimonial sort of representation of what the club was and is during the Nike, Pirelli, and the logo era. But I'm really excited to see this come into play, and a lot of people have been commenting on the Vapor Edition. Now, I kind of wish I did get the Vapor Edition of all the kits this season, but the one kit I did get two versions of, that's the player and the fan version, was the one and only third shirt that plays a true sort of understanding of what it is to be an Inter Milan fan. Even a football fan, I think the Umbro version and even the Nike Total 90 era of Adriano and both Ronaldo, this has been iconic, and no one else has made this shirt their own this year than Lukaku. Like I said, Europe wasn't the best sort of adventure for us this year, but Inter Milan and Nike did an amazing job on all four kits. And I'm really excited for today's episode, because while I was thinking about what to do for future episodes, I thought to myself, why not rank 5 of my favorite, and this is my favorite, you can tell me your favorite at the bottom, but I thought, why not make a little top 5 list of my favorite Inter Milan kits of all time. And where do we start? Honestly, please let me know in the comments below, and before I make the top 5 list, please subscribe to the channel. I'm not sure why you're not subscribed. I need only a few more of you to hit 1,000 to tell my parents that I'm a successful YouTuber these days. I think my mum's the only one watching these episodes. But again, if you are subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. It means the world to me. If you comment on the videos, thank you again. And to everyone out there sharing my videos on Twitter and on Instagram, thank you. Your support is always, thank you so much. So let's get straight into the top 5. So the first one we have here is a special one, because look, I've been working on an episode where I've said many times, I've probably teased it more than I've actually done the episode, but being born in 1991, a sensational era of football and the world, but this beautiful kit existed for Inter Milan fans, and I only recently came across this one thanks to TVFC, so shout out to TVFC for supplying this kit to me. But one of my favorite designs, and I really was hoping that it made a comeback. Who knows, maybe in the new era we will see this make a comeback, but this, for an early 90s design, does give me those disco vibes, and I love everything about it. Although we were knocked out the UEFA Cup and finished 8th, it wasn't the best sort of season for the club, but Klinsmann and Matthäus wore this kit. You can't go wrong with that. Apart from the buttons, the collar, and the Fiorucci, special design that we have here, the blocked out black and white on the shirt. This is a sensational kit by Umbro. Everything about Umbro in the 90s, whether it was United or Inter Milan, I think they've done a great job, and I loved everything about this kit. And I know a lot of you out there, when you're collecting your kits, it's this little special additions that the manufacturer did that makes you fall in love with that kit. And I think this was one of my favorite Inter Milan fans. And I think this was one of my favorite Inter Milan jerseys. So this is number 5 of 5. Well, we have this one here, and it's a bit of a controversial one between me and my friend Chris, and I know Chris is definitely be watching this, but Pata redesigned this one with Umbro and created a new version of this, and I think it brought light to this kit and how beautiful and simple this design was. But of course, the Pata only shows you how better the original is. If you have your money to spend, please do not buy things like Pata. I love Pata, don't get me wrong, but I think when you want to buy the actual kit, I think it's a lot more worthy. It's a lot more special having the actual sponsorship than the actual remake. This was worn by Panchev and Bergkamp, and I think, to me, it's a lot more special than wearing a remake that has its own branding on top. This is the 1993-1994 away shirt for Inter Milan. And they did win the UEFA Cup that year, but they did finish third. And again, not a successful season domestically, but Inter Milan, again, going for that beautiful collar here. And look, the colors, the black, the white, the blue, everything about Inter Milan just screams, you know, just pure Italian essence in this kit and many of their others during the era. The simple badge that they used to have back then. But one of my favorite things about this kit was, again, the detail in the Umbro design on this material. It is a large, but back then the kits were so confusing. An extra large fits like a large and a large fits like a medium. The sleeves on this one, again, one of my favorite. The little detail of black overlap in the blue. It is one of my favorite kits, again, from that era. It's the 93-94, and it's my 4th favorite kit of Inter Milan. And yeah, I can't wait to show you the others, but it doesn't top number 3. And number 3 is a special one for me because it is one of my favorite name sets. I recently posted a little story and post on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, please check it out. I said, what's a name set in the current time that you have that may play a special part in the future? But Zanetti, I can't believe I have this kit. The numbering on this, again, I spoke to a friend of mine on Twitter on the episode. I'll link it in the description below, but something about this jersey is just amazing. The yellow, the Inter Milan yellow, and I did read a few reviews from other people saying that this reminds them of some Egyptian sort of clothing. I see where you get that royalty approach, but this again just tops every other Inter Milan jersey. The fact that we used yellow makes it a lot more special. And where do we start with this one? Well, apart from having the lettering on the side here of FC International, I have to say, as a kit, this one did play, you know, one of the weirdest sort of additions to my collection. It just fell into my arms. Thank you to my good friend Paul, who you see on Between Two Shirts at PFC. This just appeared out of nowhere. I never had any sort of attraction to it. It literally just became a part of my collection. One of my favorite. I love the subtle mention of Inter in the middle here. Something, again, that Umbro is evidently, you know, present for in their kits, where they add subtle detail. And again, the detailing on this kit, it doesn't say Umbro or Inter Milan like the other white ones does. It has a slight sort of, you know, curvy design inside the material here. You may see reflecting in the light as I spin it. But this one here, I can't find any images of game day. So if you do have an image, or if you know any sort of footage, clips, please let me know, because I'd love to see this in action. This kit here is just exceptional. It is elegant, it is clean, it is simple. Now, this is the 96-97 shirt for Inter Milan. And like I said, beautiful in many ways, but my favorite part and the most beautiful part about this kit is that it reminds me that not only did Zamorano or Zanetti or even Ince play for the club, but we had Roy Hodgson as coach. Yes, the one and only Roy. So now coming at number 2 is a mech sport design for Inter Milan. I don't have this actual kit. I don't have the home, away, or third, but if I was ever to acquire a Missouri or even mech sport design Inter Milan long sleeve, I would do anything for that kit. So if you do have one, please let me know. I will buy it off you. This kit here ran between 83 and 86. It was one of my favorite home shirts. It is bold and everything about it is beautiful. It has a little badge on the left here, the Serpent of Milan. I love everything about this kit. The Missouri sponsor is one of my favorite. I would love to have that. I know we talk about Pirelli ending, but we look back at this club. We had the Fiorucci, we had even Missouri a part of the club, and who knows what we'll have in the future, but this is pure example of that. Pirelli isn't going to be the end and you know, of the best sort of sponsorship, but I really look forward to what we get next. There is a bit of rumors now with a bit of kit leaks here that we've been seeing Samsung as the front. I don't mind it, but I still believe that Pirelli and Missouri and of course Fiorucci have been one of the best sponsorships in football. You know, there's many others out there from Man United, even Arsenal having, you know, some of the best out there. But I think Serie A and even Inter Milan have been lucky to have a really sort of appealing aesthetic sponsorships on their shirts. Now, number one's a bit of a different one. I really love this kit. I know only one home shirt has made the list. I know I'm wearing the current home shirt here that to me, I think was a great design by Nike, pushing the boundaries once again. But number one is a shirt that I would love to get. I do have a shirt in my collection that I'm looking to sell. I'm not gonna say what it is because I know people out there have been asking me about it. But if you do have this shirt that I'm about to talk about right now, it is the Inter Milan 97-98 third shirt. You see why I'm holding a kit here. It is what this one is based on. It is one of the best, if not best, football kits of its generation. I know it's a big call out there. There's many other kits. I know you're gonna tell Alex, why are you talking shit for? There's many other kits out there, but I think this to me is a kit that represents football for me. I think this kit here, Ronaldo made his own. He literally made it his own. That year, 97, Ronaldo, the first year as an Inter Milan player, he won the Ballon d'Or. And can we just speak about that final against Lazio? They literally dominated that game. And look, this kit here, I would love to have it. If you have the Umbro 97-98 third shirt for Inter Milan, please send it my way. I'll do anything for a third shirt. I think this shirt here has been represented and redesigned in many ways over the years. We see the Nike Tonani that Adriano wore, and now we see the Nike one that Lukaku wore. So if you have a long sleeve or short sleeve, please let me know. I had my finger on one recently during our lockdown and I missed it by a day, and I regret that kit miss for many years. And I really love this kit. There's so much about it that I think is just one of the best kits. And you can tell me, do you like this kit, and what are your thoughts on this kit itself? And the funny fact about this actual kit here is that it was only worn in Europe. It never actually made a domestic appearance. And of course, during the season, when we talk about this kit here that Nike designed, it was worn throughout the season. I think a lot more fans were asking for this one to be worn a lot more, and it actually did get a lot more love. So as I said, my number one kit is that kit there, and I have many others I'd like to mention. So before I start talking about the next few kits and just some of my favorite that I've got in my collection, what are your favorites? What is your favorite Inter Milan kit? And if you have a specific one that you like, please let me know in the comments below why you like it and yeah, which one it is. So I'm not gonna talk too long, but I thought I'd do a bit of a show and tell of some of the Inter Milan kits that I have here. This one, of course, one of my favorite. There's just so much to this kit that I love. The sleeves on this one, nice and long, fits perfectly in winter or summer. Then I have another simple design, basically a representation of that previous one that I spoke that came second. This one here was such an easy find on eBay. I still can't believe I found this one. Then I've got this one here with the serpent on the side. I would have loved to have that in Pandev. There's actually two name sets of my Inter Milan kits I would love to get in the future. I'd love to get a Ronaldo kit and I'd love to get a Goran Pandev. And then there's this one. I didn't really think about buying this one at the time. I rushed and bought it. Got a really small size and I regret it because I don't fit in it after the pandemic lockdowns. But I never got a name set, and Kitsabaya, if you're watching this, If you have a name set for this one, please let me know. It represents everything that Umbro was, but I think Nike did an exceptional job. That swoosh with the Nike sort of throwback to the 90s, I love it. I also, wish that we get to see a nice version of this kit here, because there's just many Inter Milan kits that I have in my collection that I think Nike missed out sort of playing their, throwbacks to. I think this one is one of my favorite, even though it's got a driver sponsor. I think this was the testing times for them to show what their future's capable without the Pirelli sponsorship. Then we have the previous year's design here where they tried something new, and I think a lot of fans love this one. My favorite part about this kit here was the white sleeves and the collar. It was just a bold design. I think this was also one of my favorite years watching Lautaro Martinez wear this jersey. And then we have this one here. I love this one again. Pretty sure Panchev wore this, not this actual kit, but this generation's kit. I love everything about this one. It's a special Umbro, and look, this is my Inter Milan collection. I hope you liked it. There's a few more that I really want to get, and yeah, look, Inter Milan. Hopefully next season we see something amazing with the new sponsorship and of course the new badge, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not sure how long Nike has left with the club. I know we're seeing a lot of changes in the world with clubs and manufacturers. Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's a bit of a different one. I'm trying to get a bit more comfortable talking about other things than just, reviewing shirts. I want to make it a bit more, topical. And if you have any ideas, please let me know. There's a few more episodes coming to you soon, and we're so close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you can, please share the pod, share the YouTube channel, and please, if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments below. Apart from that, stay away from stupid people, and I'll see you in the next episode. Stay safe and goodbye.